it's amazing. How much fucking time does it take to put a modular building?
Yeah.
You know? Okay, and to hire 3 employees. How much fucking time?
1
4
day.
months? You know, I mean, they are completely crazy.
They have it, they can do it.
I know.
They could do it in a
and
day.
so for the children and the families, there are some people who are bringing caravans, and there's a possibility that when you have vulnerable people arriving, they will be able to sleep in the caravan until we find them a better solution. It's not for them to stay in the camp because they should not stay in the camp. So I'm working with Médecins du Monde, and I told them we already have 1 caravan. I'm going to give you the keys, and when somebody arrives that's vulnerable, you put them in there, and if they don't have room in the women's house, you put them in there 1 night, 2 nights, with the agreement that you find some better way for them to be. So it's just a temporary place. And they're going to discuss it. I pitched the idea yesterday, and I think it's going to work. So we need to, I need to work with them. They're also a bit of an administration. But I think that's what we need to do until November, when the fucking government moves its butt.
What is your message to our UK government? Are you filming this? What is your message to our UK government?
Well, UK government, I mean, what do you think, You are in Europe, like it or not, And you need to welcome the refugees who want to come in your country. It should be an honor for you to receive refugees instead of thinking that they're cockroaches, They're not cockroaches. Once upon a time, you welcomed many Pakistanis because you needed workers, and you told them to come, Many of them are like that. So why all of a sudden Pakistanis have become cockroaches, Afghans or Eritreans, These are people with skills. As a matter of fact, look at the Pakistani community. What are they doing right now in Calais? They've got oodles of money, oodles of generosity, and they're coming to help the people in Calais. Why are they helping people in Calais? Because they made themselves a really successful life in the UK. They didn't become people who use social benefits. They drive good cars, they've got good jobs, they've got their own businesses. That's what they've done to the UK. They made the UK wealthy and the economy good. So welcome more, and you'll see that the UK will be stronger.
Can you let us know what the essentials are that you need now? Because we know you're overwhelmed with donations. What do you need?
Very simple. The first thing we want to do is build proper buildings. They're not going to be houses because we cannot do that. They're not going to have foundations, but something that people are comfortable living in. We have a plan right now of 4 bedrooms with a kitchen, a storage place, and an area outdoors where you can sit away from the sun and away from the rain. We're going to start building the first thing next week to see how it works. It's going to be all in kits so that somebody who knows something about building plus the refugees can do it. It's going to be simple. It's going to be able to be put up in 2 or 3 days, and we need money for that. And
we need to come in as well.
We have the ambitious plan of building shelters. There might be several kinds of shelters for 2,000 people in 2 months. So it's ambitious. We will need volunteers who like the idea of building, and we will need money. The people, I must say that the people who are going to sell us the kits are going to sell it to us at cost. They're not going to make any money on it. They're a social business, and they do not want to make a penny on what they're doing. So we're going to get the best price possible. There will be no labor because it's all going to be volunteers and refugees, so that we can do that really cheap. Way cheaper than what the government would do, and so we need money for that, though, because that's a lot of shelters. And what we need desperately today is vans. We need 2-3 vans to be able to move pallets. Like I have to borrow the volunteers' Land Rover to put pallets in, and it's not the best thing, I need a big van. I have my van, but my van is full. So we need vans. If anybody wants to donate money towards 2 or 3 vans, This is urgent, very urgent.
Yeah, and the volunteer program as well. So we can
Well, the
start.
volunteer program, we're going to work on that this week to organize it, because we haven't even had the time to organize it. I want to actually shut down for 2 days, shut down arrival of things, shut down distributions, because they've got plenty in the jungle, and just say, let's sit. What do we do now? Let's change gears completely, because it's been very disorderly. Very, very disorderly. Really, really bad. It just makes me cry to see all the waste. I hate the fact that people are bringing tons of clothing and half of it gets burned. Last night I was in the jungle and they were making fire out of clothing. And it's not the refugees' fault. It's actually the Western world's fault. Because, people arrive with many things that are not appropriate to somebody sleeping in a muddy tent. You have to think that the people live in very difficult conditions. In very difficult conditions, you need very few things and you need sturdy things. You can't have high heels. You can't have little flimsy sweaters. You want a hoodie. You want a jacket. You want a good pair of shoes. And you're done. You don't need anything else.
And what would you say to people who think about collecting and bringing and distributing themselves? We've seen that happen in the camp.
Please, there's something really difficult that's happening right now, is that many people come in the camp unannounced. So this is the third weekend in a row that we have massive arrival of people who want to distribute, and there's way too much distributed in one weekend. Last night at 9 o'clock in one part of the jungle, there were 25 vans distributing. I was there. I saw it. I was just crying. It's like, do you bury children under toys at Christmas time? You don't. It's not good for them, because they don't appreciate it after a while. And it gets wasted, the toys get broken and all this kind of stuff. So we cannot do that. People who want to distribute in the jungle should contact the people who are always on the ground and say, I have this or I have that, is it okay to distribute? If they know how to distribute, they can distribute themselves, but many people don't know how. And then they end up being mobbed, because they don't know how to do it. Again, it's not the refugees' fault. It's the way it's done by the Westerners that creates that. These people are good people, but anybody's going to become a brat if you treat them like they're stupid. Anybody, I probably would do that too. So
obviously that you need organisations to work with you.
We would like
to work with you.
We would like, when people want to come to Calais, everybody to contact us so we can make a list of who's coming and with what. But as a matter of fact, right now we don't want anybody coming with anything. Right now. We're going to need more in the winter. But people need to stage themselves. We have too much in one go. In December, will anybody be coming, or will everybody have passed on to something else? I don't know. Maybe it's still be coming, but then it needs to be organized. Also, like for example, so we do distributions out of the van, but when you do distributions like that, it often goes to the same people, because there's some people that don't mind going in two lines, they don't mind fumbling a little bit, and so they go to the line. And then after, let's say, 300 people, there's nothing left. So it's the same in each corner. It's the same 300 people that get the thing. We're going to say it's the same 1,000 people that get things at any distribution. The other people, they don't get anything.
And
Why?
if their legs are broken or they can't move or
but
things like
even
this.
if they're damaged, but there's other things. If they live far from the place where they distribute, many people live far away from the main roads. They don't know a distribution is going. Other than that, many people do not want to go in a line. They don't want to fight, but they don't even want to go in a line, because to them it's begging. They don't like it. I have talked to people last night about what do they think about this huge amount of support from British people, and everybody told me the same thing. But we don't know who those people are. It's better when you come, because they know me and I give it to them, and it's very slow to do that. But you know, I'm an easy model to reproduce. I'm a human being, okay? So what we would need more is volunteers to organize the volunteers to go around the jungle, many people, to meet the people, see what they need, and bring it to them. Come to my car, or I bring it to you in a black plastic bag so nobody sees, and to build relationships, because it's not enough to just dump things onto people's doors. You know, that's not what people want. They are here, they are much more used to community living than we are, Westerners. It's very important for them, and they don't like you to just hand them food. You know what they want? They want you to shake their hands, give them food, and they want to share it with you. They want to eat it with you. You know, they cannot consider eating with you without you eating with them. And it's very important to build this integration between Westerners and between the people. And it's very important for the volunteers. You know, I mean, it's a heartless job to sort through things, not meeting the people, and just basically handing it out. Really what you want is to get to know those people. It's enriching for you. It's very, you know, I mean, if you went to the jungle, the time you remember is not the distribution, it's the time where you had a little conversation with someone. This, it fills your heart. That's what you want. And you know what? That's what they want. That's what they want. They want to meet the people. And so I think what we really need is to organize a whole team of volunteers that walk around the jungle, get to know the forgotten areas, and help. You know, you have a bad tent, I think I'll give you a better tent. You look like you're cold. And they'll come to you, they'll go, look, I have a bad pair of shoes. And then you do that for, you know, you help 4 or 5 people, and that's it. Like right now, I have to go get tents for 2 people who need tents. I said, wait in the sun, I come and give you your tent. And it's very good to do it. It's very slow to do it like that. But in the long term, it's 100 times better. They will get less, they will wait for it, they will appreciate it because they will have waited for it. You will have a great relationship with them because, you know, your heart will be full of meeting somebody, and then we have a better world.
What are the 4 languages for interpreters do you need? You need Urdu, you need Pashto, Arabic, and are there any other languages?
Pashto, Arabic, Urdu, Amharic, Tigrinya for the Eritreans and the Ethiopians. Some people speak Oromo also, and that's it.
Okay, so we'll look out for volunteers, and I'll communicate with you so we can do this, because I think it's
really
way.
that's also another thing is that, you know, people of we're going to say Pakistani origin, or, you know, anything Lebanese, whatever, of other origin than Western, it's easier for you to have a good rapport with the people, and if you speak their language, then they really like it, and they really like to know, you know, to meet I don't know, a Lebanese person or a Syrian person who has gotten successful in the UK. It's like, maybe me too. You know, they love it.
Absolutely.
They love it. It's very important.
And one of the things we're trying to do on the 17th, when we come next, we'll be organising a group of students, because we want them to organise in their universities, but also a group of social workers. There's a social work action network in the UK. Can you see a role for them? And what might that be?
I don't know, maybe be able to show them, explain to them how the asylum process works in the UK. And there's already a team of lawyers that's coming the end of October. There will be 6 lawyers, and they're going to do workshops in the jungle. And sharing that information, I think, is very important. Very important. I think that's probably the best. You know what their rights are in the UK when they get to the UK. Maybe when you get to the UK, do this, do that. If you have a child, do this, do that. You know, these are the organizations that can help you.
And we hope that this will help them in their professional practice as well to look after refugees at home.
Yep.
But also we have a group of teachers. They want to collaborate to produce materials for schools so teachers understand how to present the situation and understand the situation in Calais and across Europe. So they'll collaborate on education materials.
Okay.
Can you see a role that they could continually do with you here over a period of time?
You mean just to make teaching materials for the UK or for the jungle?
If they visit, what they will do is to try and produce materials for the UK, because many teachers don't know how to talk about the refugee crisis in schools.
I see.
So it'll
Very
help them
important.
understand
Very
and they'll
important.
spread the word.
Very important.
But also, I think they'll want the relationship to be ongoing. Is there anything that they could do, perhaps in their school holidays, to come to maybe support children, young people?
I think we need to discuss that. You know, this is too big of a thing to just talk about right now, and I don't have the time.
Okay, right. Well, thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
We've got a ferry to catch, so we're going to be back.
Let me know. Give me some information so we talk about that. Okay? I'm sorry.
I'll email you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, email me.
Okay, that was excellent.